Welcome everybody back to the 100 subscribers special. I wanted to share this video for you guys. This is one of my early closes. Actually, this is one of my very first closes on the phone. I think this is like the second close that I've ever had ever. And it's so bad because I had just got a brand new white label and I didn't fully understand what the service was. And there was just a lot of things that I wasn't totally knowledgeable on, but that's totally fine because you don't need to be perfect when you're on the phone, and you'll see that here. But yeah, this is one of the people that we closed here in Nevada, and you can even see the appointment that we set on my YouTube channel. It's I think it's the actual main video on my YouTube channel, so you guys can see that. But anyways, if this video gets 25 likes, I'll drop another live close, one from recently. I'll even record some of my sales calls this week if this video can get to 25 likes. So like this video if you want to see another live updated sales call. Anyways, let's get to it.
Hello?
Hey, is this Al?
Yeah.
Hey, Al, it's Daniel
Dan?
from Digital Seed. How are you?
Hi, I'm waiting for you on your Google Meet.
Awesome, man. Did you get a chance to see the video I sent you?
I did, yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, so, I just wanted to get on the
You're local in Las Vegas.
Oh, yeah, yes. I am here in Las Vegas. That's where I was getting a majority of my referrals from, so I was calling around Vegas.
Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah, it's a hot market out here.
Yeah, I mainly just wanted to get on the phone with you to see, what you guys are doing right now to get applications, kind of just tell you a little bit more about how it works and then tell you the prices. But, before we start, how are you currently getting, leads online right now?
Okay, actually, it's the team is my wife and myself. Kathy is her name, and I'm Al again. And we get our leads from referrals from realtors. Okay, as well as getting leads from Realtor.com and Zillow.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we have this little marketing company called Agent Zip. But I don't like their leads because they're just basically raw social media leads. And it's just a lot of work vetting them, to a point where they're actually ready to pull the trigger. A lot of them are not ready to pull the trigger. They have like 500 scores and no down payment, and they got bankruptcy issues, and they're just a bunch of looky-loos. They're not really serious about getting a loan and qualifying for one.
Yeah, and that's another thing too. That's the difference between leads and applications, because when we were doing that, we were actually sending leads too, but a lot of time leads just waste your time. They're just kind of looking around. Maybe they're not even qualified. So when we send them over, we only look at applications. So, these are people who are already filling out applications. We do credit scores of minimum 600 and then annual incomes of 50,000 minimum. So those are the applications that we're sending you. And then when you get an application, what is your sales process like? So if you had 10 applications right now, how many would become a client?
What's the minimum for, I think, 620? You got to bump that up to 620, Dad.
Yeah.
Because of COVID. It used to be 600. But because of COVID, the banks and the lenders are paranoid now. Their minimum now is 620, and most of the loans have a hit now. But that's aside from getting the lead. That's on our end.
Right, and that's something that we can talk about too. But I just really wanted to talk about once you actually get the application, what is the sales process like for you? So, like, for example, if you had 10, how many would become a client?
If we got 10 applications, 10 would be a client.
Okay, awesome.
We've been doing this for 30 years. We've been doing this a very long time. So we're very well-seasoned lenders here. We're not talking to a lender who's it's their first rodeo. So we know how to overcome every objection. I'm not being modest about that. We do.
No, I'm happy. I'm happy you said that. I actually like working with people who can, who understand the sales process, who can actually close them. Because, like I said, when it comes to leads, a lot of times they're not qualified. They're just, kicking tires. They're not really serious. But we send applications. So when we send you an application, these are people who are interested. Like I said, they're already qualified with the requirements that we talked about. So like I said earlier too, when we started, we gave our clients leads just like everyone else. You know, they were very low intent. And we hit a point where we felt like snake oil salesmen because we sent leads, but our clients wouldn't close anything. So now we're handing over quality applications because we have to keep our clients long term. And I'll show you how we actually solved that problem. And then yesterday I was talking about Veterans United. And so essentially we do the same thing where we have a high-ranking website. It's just educating people on how to get a VA loan, how they can apply. So if they're interested, we put your information on there. They fill out an application, and then we get them to schedule an appointment with you. And so we're seeing about a 47% appointment rate. And so, like I said, we already have pre-existing websites like Veterans United. So we're a marketing agency. You know, so that's all we do. We're very skilled at coming into an area and dominating that specific area with our pages. So, for example, if you said yes to start, we would start dominating Vegas with our page, and we start getting applications. So how we generate applications, how we generate the traffic, what we do is we get a list of every competitor here in Vegas, every bank, every loan company, and then we reverse analyze the traffic that's going to those websites, and we put a fork in the road, and we send them to your page. So just how you were saying earlier, the number one way to convert appointments into clients is intent. It's not credit score. Yes, credit score is important, but intent behind it is what's important. So it's about having good conversations, and you'll be able to see that once you actually talk to some of these people because, as you probably know, once you actually have, a lead, maybe you're talking to them, you'll have a good conversation, but when it's time to get bank documents, you never hear from them again. So if someone has high intent, that's the best way to convert someone into a client. So we get you in front of those people who are online and looking for a loan.
If you can get us in front of those people, the rest is on our end. We can close them. That's not a problem. It's just that, listen, we can buy online leads from anywhere at any time. But nowadays it's not about getting leads online. It's about getting quality leads. And it's I even like your expression better. It's better to get, instead of leads, better to get applications. That's like quantum leaps above leads if you can get them to do an application. And by the way, I am a preferred. I'm also a realtor for Veterans United. I'm one of their preferred realtors, so I'm very familiar.
Yeah, you were telling me that yesterday as well. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah. So, could you tell me about your platform more in terms of how you get your leads and how you do it to get them to apply, other than your website? Do you do any marketing, or are there any live people who call them directly and guide them through or vet them? How does that work, or do you just use AI?
Sure, yeah. So it's essentially what I was saying earlier. So, like Veterans United, it's like a high-ranking website. So we have a similar high-ranking website. But what we do differently is we take all the traffic that's going to your competitors, and we reverse analyze the traffic to send them to our page. And that's how we're getting specifically veterans who have credit scores of minimum 600 and incomes of 50,000. So that's how we're able to get that really good quality traffic and get you the applications. And then even when they come in, you'll see that they have the credit score already. They have where they want to move. They know what their monthly payment, what they want to see. They have their annual income, their military status, and everything else. So that's why I say that we send actual applications instead of leads, because that's the main difference between them and us. Because most people are doing like disruption marketing on Facebook and Google, or someone's on Facebook, they're just kind of scrolling around. They see an ad for a mortgage, and then they fill it out. As opposed to us, where someone's already searching online, they're ready to get a home, they're a veteran with all these qualifications, and then they fill out an application, and that's when we send it directly to you. So that's the main difference of what.
And do you send it directly to us through a live transfer or through email?
They actually come in through a spreadsheet, but if you'd like, email notifications, we can do that too.
Okay, so none of your people are actually talking to them live. Everything is done online.
Yeah, we send them applications and they fill it out online.
Oh, I see. Okay, all right, that's fair.
Yeah.
And how does your program work? You mentioned like 20 or 40 leads or applications. How does that work?
Yeah, the way that we're doing it right now, so we actually guarantee the amount of referrals that we send you guys for an area. So here in Vegas, we can get about 40 referrals from them. And so if we don't hit that 40 referrals, we give you a refund. But of course, most of the time we'll get you more referrals. which is why we guarantee that. Usually most of the time we're getting like 50 to 70 in an area. So the 40 really is just an estimate for you to know how much business you'll do with us for the month. So like, for example, earlier you said if you get 10 applications, 10 will close. So for example, my clients right now, a majority of the time they're closing 25 to 30% of the referrals that we're sending. So really the guarantee is just an estimate for you to know how much business you'll do with us every month. So right now, how much are you guys doing per client? Like, what's the average price of a house here in Vegas?
The average loan that we do is probably just under 300,000 now, because the average price, the average sales price that we're doing is about 310 to 320. So I would say about 300,000. I would prefer to keep our loans above 200,000. Is that possible to do?
Yeah, I think that is possible to do. We can definitely set that filter. I think the average home price here in Vegas is, like you said, just around 300,000 anyway, just under that.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And then what are you guys making on that? Are you guys doing like 1.5%, 2%?
Yeah, about 1.5.
Got you. So that's about 4,500 just on one. So if we sent you 40 and you guys close, let's say half of 10, right? You guys close, 5 out of 10. That's obviously, insane numbers. We're talking about $22,000 for the month. So,
by the way, can I ask you? Is one of your questions? Are you currently in forbearance?
We don't typically do that. I actually do that question for my guys in Miami. They do want to know that, so we can add that question on there if you'd like.
That's really important because there's so many people in Vegas in forbearance. And if they are, we can't do a loan for them. So your numbers are going to be off in terms of, how many we're closing, because then we got to wait a whole 3 to 4 months.
Yeah, true. I mean, I understand there's a sales cycle too, so they won't all close in the first month. So that's essentially what we do too. Because like I said, you said you can close 10, but our clients are closing, like I said, 25 to 30% of them. So even if you were in that range, you'd still be making well over $11,000 with us a month. But for our network, we actually charge $3,500 per month, and so that's essentially how it works for us.
You charge $3,500 a month to get 40 leads?
Yeah, like I said, so we usually get more than 40, but that's just a guarantee and estimate for you guys. That way you know how much business you'll do for the month.
Can we do a little bit over half of that, like $2,000 a month, and get us less leads?
Yeah, we can do that too. I actually just signed up a client last Monday who's doing $2,500 per month, and they're getting a guaranteed 20 leads or 20 referrals. Of course, they're still going to get more than that, but we just do the guarantee for you guys. So we can do $2,500 for 20 referrals for the month. It all depends on what you get.
That's not half though. That's less than half. Because then if we were to double both of that, that would be like 50 leads for X amount. What was that? Move to Yeah, it's more than what we're paying for with Realtor.com.
Yeah.
So
but they're sending you just regular leads, right?
Yeah, they're regular. Well, they're regular leads from clients who are looking to buy a house and they want to get the loan at the same time with that house that they're interested in. Yeah. But it's nothing like yours. Yours is a new platform, and I like that. I think you're one of the first guys doing this, and I think it'll be a much better quality lead, which is why is it possible if we can just do that $2,500 for the first month, and then if things work out, we can do the whole $3,500 or $4,000 a month?
Oh, absolutely. And then even after that, once you guys actually make money with us, if you want us to go even more, if you guys add more people to your team, we can do more too. Yeah, so we can start you off at $2,500 for the month, for sure.
All right, let's go ahead and do that then.
Hope you guys enjoyed that video. It was pretty bad looking back, just because my sales skills have evolved so much since then, and then also the pitch has been changed like 25 times since then. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. You can dissect it, use it for yourself if you really feel like you want to use it. But either way, guys, again, if this video gets 25 likes, I will drop another live close for you guys. A new one, a recent one, an updated one to see what I'm actually doing. But with that being said, guys, also follow my Instagram, danthemktman. Algorithm, please save me, like this video. I'll see you guys when I see you guys.